This broadcast is brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, and fueled by the following.
Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints. This live stream is sponsored in part by Alpha Insurance agent Ben Cole. Ben and his staff at Alpha Insurance in Ellisville is proud to serve Jones County and the Pine Belt area with excellent rates in auto, home, mobile home, business, church, and life insurance. Give Ben and his staff a call today at 601-477-4999 or visit alphainsurance.com/Ben Cole to schedule an appointment. For the best agents in the business, call Alpha Insurance. Ben would like to thank his current customers for trusting him as their agent. Hey, our faithful listeners. April J. here from 93.1 WGDQ FM. Just want to remind you of a very important day steadily approaching. It's Election Day on Tuesday, November 3rd. Election Day is very important, and this is one opportunity where you can take control for your community, not just only on a national level, but a local level as well. It's time to weigh in on issues that matter most to you and your loved ones. Our very own Mississippi native, the late Mr. Vernon Damer, said it best: if you don't vote, you don't count. That is why it is so important to go out and cast your vote. Don't forget, Tuesday, November 3rd. We want to see you at the polls.
Hey, this is Justin Omer, defensive end for the Northeast Jones Tigers. Thank you for logging on to this broadcast brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC.
And hello, NEJ Tiger fans. Thank you for logging on to NEJ Tiger Talk once again for our Week 6 episode, brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, sponsored by Walker's Dairy Bar and powered by Southeastern Baptist College, Alpha Insurance agent Ben Cole, and Keys Automotive Services. I'm the voice of the Northeast Jones Tigers, Kensley Keys, broadcasting live from Walker's Dairy Bar. Joining me is Coach Braddock and the Week 5 player of the game, offensive lineman and defensive lineman Lawson Moncivias. So, how's it going, Coach?
Doing well. Thanks for having us again, Kensley.
No problem, Coach. And Lawson, how's it going, man?
Always good to be here. Good.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, let's go ahead and get things kicked off. Well, in what was probably the lowest scoring game in the history of Jones County football, what are your thoughts about the game after now that it's all said and done?
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Northeast played Quitman years and years ago in the 80s, and it was like a 2-0 game. I think the Tigers won 2. I could be wrong. Maybe Quitman won. I don't know, but I do think that there was a score that was a little bit less. But no, it's been some odd scores. We hadn't punched it in the end zone a lot on offense, and defense is playing real well and keeping them out. So it is some low scoring games. Offensively, we probably had our best performance. We just didn't finish. I mean, we got down there, we moved the ball, we doubled our first downs. We doubled the first downs and yardage from the previous weeks. We didn't turn the ball over, which was a great sign. We just can't shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties when we get down there, and get behind the change. And defensively, it was another good performance, and really proud of that. I know we want more results in the left column. That's a win column, but the kids have come so far, and we're so much better than we were when we started. We knew it was going to be tough. It's a process. When you go to this offense, which I fully 100% believe, it's what's best for our kids. It's the best thing that gives us a chance. It's a process, and I'm an impatient person. I want it right now, but at the end of the day, it's a process, and it takes a little while to get going, but it's special once it clicks and get going.
Yes, sir, Coach. Now, in regards to the offense, I thought there was more consistency moving the ball. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I said. It was our best game. We moved the ball up and down the field. We would get down there close, and we just had some penalties. Just kind of put ourselves behind the chains, and you can't do that. And I'll mention this too. It was probably our best performance offensively, other than points, against probably the best defense we played. Quitman was good on defense, so it wasn't like we just, played a team that was not really good. They were Quitman's good on defense, and we showed signs of having a chance to be good down the road.
Yes, sir. You're exactly right, Coach. You're talking about one of the best defenses you guys would face this year. And, I mean, actually looking at Quitman's record, I mean, they are way better than their record indicates. But shifting our attention to defense, who came up quite big quite a few times, especially early in the game with the with defensive end Justin Omer getting a safety on what I believe was the opening defensive drive for the Tigers, and also other big defensive plays thanks to the young man sitting next to you. Would you say the defense is getting hungrier with each game?
Well, they've played really well all year, honestly, all year. And we knew that was going to be the strong point. We knew defense was going to be our strong point. But Coach Moss, our defensive coordinator, and Coach Ronnie Cochran and Coach Hunter McKeever have done an outstanding job, and those kids have played hard. I really like our team. Our kids know and understand that defense is going to be the strong point of our team, and it's almost like they're doing everything they can to pick up the slack till they get rolling or we get rolling on offense, and it's going to happen. So, and I love the attitude of the kids. It's a very team first attitude, and they understand the importance of playing lights out. Now, how long can you do that? You're going to have a bad game sooner or later. And like this week, Mendenhall's really good on offense. So to keep people at 5 points a game for the rest of the year, that'll probably be pretty challenging. But that's our dadgum goal, and we're going to keep striving to meet it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, coming up Friday is the final home game of the regular season as the Tigers host the Mendenhall Tigers. So what have you seen from this team, and what challenges do you think they'll present to the Tigers?
Well, they can run on defense, which they always can. Offensively, very multiple. Quarterback's a runner and a passer. They got a big back. He's back from last year. He's a senior, and a good receiver. So they're very skilled offensively. At the skill spot. Big O-line and offense is their strong point. They definitely can spread the ball around, run, pass. They do a lot of RPO stuff, what you see in college now, which is, obviously run pass options called off one play. So there's very multiple on offense, and the people that touch the ball are really skilled. So it'll be a big challenge, and I know our kids will step up like always, but it'll be a big challenge this week.
Yes, sir. They definitely will step up, and that's one thing that I have admired about your team this year, Coach. I mean, it's already. I mean, from the kickoff of the season, it's already been a crazy year. I mean, didn't even know we'd have a season, to be honest with you. I mean, here we are close to the end of the season, but I must admit I'm very proud of where the team has come from and where they are now. And I must say I've always admired the type of teams that you put on the field, as well as the type of coaches that you've had on the staff. You're very particular about who you bring on the staff, and that's really good. But the type of coaches you have coaches that it's really more about caring for the kids. Of course you want to win, but at the end of the day, you want to really show love and care towards the kids, and you want to groom them to be fine men in life, and that's really a good thing. So just hats off to your entire coaching staff, for bringing that type of attitude and heart and mentality to the team. Well, as always, thank you for your time, Coach, and good luck next on Friday. And we're going to step away to hear a word from our sponsors, and then when we return, we'll catch up with the Scenic Productions LLC Week 5 Player of the Game, junior offensive and defensive lineman Lawson Moncivias. Keep it locked.
Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints. This live stream is sponsored in part by Alpha Insurance agent Ben Cole. Ben and his staff at Alpha Insurance in Ellisville is proud to serve Jones County and the Pine Belt area with excellent rates in auto, home, mobile home, business, church, and life insurance. Give Ben and his staff a call today at 601-477-4999 or visit alphainsurance.com/Ben Cole to schedule an appointment. For the best agents in the business, call Alpha Insurance. Ben would like to thank his current customers for trusting him as their agent.
Having AC issues? Does your vehicle no longer drive like new? Head on over to Keys Automotive in Laurel. Keys Automotive specializes in repairing foreign and domestic vehicles. Keys Automotive, located at 623 Arco Lane in Laurel, or call Charles Keys at 601-649-0517. 601-649-0517.
Hey, this is Lawson Moncivias, for defensive end for the Northeast Jones Tigers. Thank you for logging on to this broadcast brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC.
And welcome back to the broadcast brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC, sponsored by Walker's Dairy Bar and fueled by Southeastern Baptist College, Alpha Insurance Agent Ben Cole, and Keys Automotive Services. Now, after the hearing from Coach Braddock before the break, it's now time to hear from the Scenic Productions, LLC Week 5 Player of the Game, junior offensive and defensive lineman Lawson Moncivias. Well, Lawson, for starters, congrats on earning the Player of the Game recognition. You put together a rather impressive stat line: 5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, and 3 pancake blocks. So some would say you displayed a lot of fierceness and aggressiveness on the field last Friday. What would you say is the reason for that?
Just a lot of hard work, and it's what's expected every Friday night by the coaches and players. Always trying to do the best you can.
Yes, sir. That's so true. Now, with such a stat line, would you say that the lineman responsible for containing you presented you with any challenge?
Nah, not really. He was slow off the ball and just better player.
Tell him how you really feel.
He laid it out there. Truth.
I hear you, man. So let me ask you this, Lawson. Well, since I began covering the Tigers, I've seen you grow and develop as a player. What are some improvements you've seen in yourself as a player over the years?
A lot stronger, a lot faster, and just the coaching from Coach Cochran with all the technique and stuff for D-line.
Okay. So hey, hats off to your coach on that one. Well, and finally, when it comes to NEJ football, the name Moncivias is pretty common and has a long history. And I remember when Juan played, and I was a teammate of Morgan, who was an old lineman. I'm pretty confident there are other Moncivias who probably represented NEJ Tiger football. So do you feel any pressure to live up to the hype associated with the Moncivias name?
Not really. I just try my best every game and see what happens.
I hear you, man. That's the best thing you can do. You know, a lot of times, players when they other family members who come before them, they kind of feel the pressure to kind of live up to the style of play that they did. But that's the best thing you can do is just play your own type of game and just be your own type of player that you can really be. So it's a good answer right there, man. Well, all right. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of NEJ Tiger Talk, brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC. Huge thank you to Walker's Dairy Bar for welcoming our broadcast each week during the season. Thank you to our sponsors, Southeastern Baptist College, Alpha Insurance Agent Ben Cole, and Keys Automotive Services. And thank you to you, our listeners. And be sure to log on to NEJ TV Friday for the live stream of the Tigers' final home game of the regular season versus the Mendenhall Tigers. Myself, along with my broadcast buddy Brian Grantham, will be on the call. And until next time, I'm the voice of the Northeast Jones Tigers, Kensley Keys, signing off. God bless.
Southeastern Baptist College, empowering students to reach their spiritual, academic, and athletic potential. Discover the difference at your hometown college. Southeastern Baptist College, equipping the saints. This live stream is sponsored in part by Alpha Insurance Agent Ben Cole. Ben and his staff at Alpha Insurance in Ellisville is proud to serve Jones County and the Pine Belt area with excellent rates in auto, home, mobile home, business, church, and life insurance. Give Ben and his staff a call today at 601-477-4999 or visit alphainsurance.com/Ben Cole to schedule an appointment. For the best agents in the business, call Alpha Insurance. Ben would like to thank his current customers for trusting him as their agent. Hey, our faithful listeners. April J here from 93.1 WGDQ FM. Just want to remind you of a very important day steadily approaching. It's Election Day on Tuesday, November 3rd. Election Day is very important, and this is one opportunity where you can take control for your community, not just only on a national level, but a local level as well. It's time to weigh in on issues that matter most to you and your loved ones. Our very own Mississippi native, the late Mr. Vernon Damer, said it best. If you don't vote, you don't count. That is why it is so important to go out and cast your vote. Don't forget, Tuesday, November 3rd, we want to see you at the polls.
This is Kai Braddock, linebacker, quarterback for the Northeast Jones Tigers. Thank you for logging on to this broadcast brought to you by Scenic Productions, LLC.